Feed the beast. Yeah, feed the ducks. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG community server playing Feed the Beast Beyond, and I'm hanging out here at my blood magic altar. It was hanging in the air over there, but I moved it down on the ground so it was a little bit more, OSHA safe. And underneath is where the Woot farm is located, and there's a little addition. See that? We've got a little redstone, remote redstone sender, so we can turn it on and off remotely. And let me bump back up and take a quick look as to what we can do. Right here, thanks to Mechley's work, we can sit there and turn the mob farm, well, the Woot farm on and off just with the click of a button here. And we've got a bunch of different mobs that can go into them. And it's currently Wither because there's no controller here. That controller is in the Woot farm itself. If I wanted to do, say, Blazes, I just push the button, give it a few seconds. Blaze is gone, Wither is back, and if we take a quick jump down here, the tooltip says that's a Blaze. It's that easy. But how does this work? Well, magic. I say magic because Mechley did the work, and he wanted me to do a video on it, so I said, okay, fine, I'll explain what you did. So this is the Woot farm up above. Down below we've got the extender and the factory proxy, so we can input the power and get the stuff out here from the proxy down below. So it's a little bit cleaner than up above. And we're moving the controller up there by a combination of placers and breakers here from the actual additions. Those will do that just fine. And then the brains of it is this XNet controller over here. Each one of these mini chests holds a single controller. So I think this one is the Blaze. Nope, that's Wither. And if we look at it, there's the Wither controller inside there. Yep. And if we look down there, Zombie Pigman, Enderman, Ender Dragon, where's the Blaze hiding? There's the Blaze. No, that's Wither Skeleton. There's Blaze. And if we take a look at this one, it is missing the controller because that's up above. So how does this work? Well, let's go back up here. When a button is pressed, say we want Enderman because we need some Ender pearls. When this button is pressed, a signal is sent out behind the screen to one of the remote redstone signals down below. So we'll just press that, and that goes. Zip. One more. Zip. And Ender Dragon, Enderman. So this up above that screen is tied to this redstone receiver here, and it outputs a burst telling the mini chest, well, actually telling the controller here to pull this out. And let's take a quick look at the controller here, the way it's set up. It's got a whole bunch of different things connected to it, and Mechley was saying it works really well when you have multiple things that are the same, like these mini chests, to name the controller that's connecting it. So you can see this one's the Ender Dragon, that's the Enderman, and all you have to do is come up, right-click this, and you can rename it, because it makes it so much easier to keep track of which of all these little mini chests you have. Anyway, so on signal 1, the item from whatever one these, and this is all signal 1 here, whatever one inputs a signal pulls it out of that chest and it goes into the placer. So that Ender, this one here, right here, the Enderman controller that was in here got dropped into this phantom placer. Now, when that has an item in it, this comparator here then sends a pulse to here. Now, this wants to go ahead and put the item there, but there's a block in place, so it can't do anything. So it holds that. This sends a signal here into the breaker that says, oh, I just got a pulse. I need to break that mob controller location. It breaks it, grabs it, and that gets sent back on a different channel to the controller. And the controller then has on channel 2 these inserts. Now these exports or the extracts, those are all the same, but the inserts are slightly different in that you put what item is going to be inserted, but you need to make sure that you check both the meta and the NBT data tags, because they're all the same except they're slightly different. You mouse over it, you can see this one is mob Ender Dragon, and this one over here is mob Zombie, and this one here is mob Wither. They are slightly different. If you didn't put, click on that again, if you didn't put these two tags on here and then place, in this case this is the Ender Dragon, if you put the Ender Dragon one here without this on it, any one would work, because they all are the same block, but they have slightly different NBT and metadata tags. So that's the key for getting this set up. These are configured. They don't need specific names for these because there's only one of these blocks, and then these controllers don't really need anything here because they're being fired off by the screen up above. And that simply, you can go ahead and get this up and running. We do have, Mechle did all the work. It wasn't me at all. But he put some phantom boosters here so that there's enough room to go up and connect up above. I think if he had this one block higher, he was telling me he wouldn't need the phantom boosters at all. But, you know, it works out just fine. It's very modular in that if we got a brand new mob type, say a Gaia Guardian, we wanted to do the Woot on that, all we need to do is just add a new controller, one of these advanced blue connectors, add one of those here, add a redstone receiver in place, a mini chest on top. We'd need to configure, let me jump over this, we'd configure a new that new connector to extract and insert and do so specifically for that Guardian or the Gaia, and we'd need to make sure that there was a screen programmed here to handle it as well. And done. So hopefully that makes some sense as to how that was done. I went over very, very quickly. I didn't configure any of this. This was all Mechle's work, and so yay for him for making it happen. In fact, one of the things he did is he went through, and we've got some other smaller Woot farms, so we can do these various bits. Over here, we've got some other things. You know, do we want to get harvest some snow? Oh, snow says it's on. Do we want to, you know, do some other work from various bits? Do we want to auto-fortune the ores we get, etc., etc.? All of these things we can turn on and off because of these little screens. It also tells us how much energy is over there in the big glowy ball. So some nice interaction with the different different mods. You know, RF tools here, blood magic there, Woot down below, XNet for that as well, just to make it a little bit easier to have things, know what we're doing, and turn things off. You know, because we don't need a lot of these things running 24/7, so we turn it off just to, you know, save the server TPS for other people who are doing stuff. Anyway, if you have any questions, I would suggest you can leave them in the comments below. I will get with Mechle on that, or force him to read the comments as well. Or if you happen to be on the server and you see him on the server or on the Discord chat, you can go ahead and say, hey, I don't understand what Grok was saying. Could you explain this? And he'll be able to explain it, hopefully, far better than me. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the FTOG server. Thanks for watching. Bye.